uSports Central. It's a Monday, Thanksgiving week already next week.
Man,
can you believe it?
Just blowing by, and I love football season around that Thanksgiving time because all these NFL games mean something. All these college games mean something.
College games mean something.
Playoffs to start
for
high school.
You got hoops, all the holiday tournaments going on for the college world. So everything is in full swing. And then, of course, you've got playoffs. Playoffs?
We got to revisit favorite time of the year. Here. We got to revisit our sports
Agreed. It might be Thanksgiving weekend, right? Thanksgiving weekend
a lot
probably
going on that
I'm
weekend.
ashamed of you for not picking Thanksgiving weekend. You're right.
Hey,
you're right.
It happens.
Okay, 3 and out. Let's argue or debate sports in a friendly manner. Let's recap high school sports.
I mean, do we have enough time in 3 and out?
No,
to
we don't.
Recap
high school playoffs.
This phenomenal weekend. Let's start it off, Adam, with. You want to start with Onyate because we didn't get him enough love.
No, we didn't get. We haven't got into it yet. Yeah. So. The Knights get it done, Charles. What a game, too. I wish we could have seen it at the Field of Dreams against Monzano. They slip by, and I mean slip by.
22-20, slip by. Monzano has the ball, time winding down. They score. All they need is a 2-point conversion.
That 2-point conversion,
game came down to what we talked about, their defenses. Everyone talks about offense a lot. Both of these defenses were pretty legitimate during the year. They both averaged around 23, 22 as far as points allowed. And true to form, the score is very indicative of it.
Well, a big ups to Onyate, and there was a lot of trash talk about Onyate maybe not deserving that 6th seed.
Yeah, they shut that up.
You and I said they did.
Yeah.
I did pick Monzano to win the game. My apologies to the Knights. Got the pick wrong, but I can humbly say that, yeah, Onyate deserved where they were, and congratulations to them, they win. And now I will say this as well. I think they've got their best opportunity against a team that plays similar football to them, La Cueva. I think their matchup fits them well. Not saying that La Cueva, isn't amazing and doesn't deserve their seat. I'm just saying I think the style for Onyate, I think they would prefer to play La Cueva.
I absolutely agree. If you're La Cueva, they're saying the same things. Coach Back is game planning saying, guys, this is a physical team. This is a team that's going to come run the ball. This is a team who are similar to us. They're going to try to play mistake-free football. They're not going to take too many chances. They're going to rely on what's gotten them there, which is a good line, good running game, and a defense that keeps it close. I look for another smash mouth game this week. So Clovis and Sandia starts it.
I can't wait to see that.
It's going to be another smash mouth game coming up.
Sam Ellis. What do you know about that cat? Las Cruces' backup comes in and looks fantastic, right?
I mean, okay, so we're trying to do our research on Sam Ellis. So, we finally get to see the guy for ourselves. He is a big kid, 6'4", junior, passed over 200 yards. He had 2 touchdowns. He rushed for 1. So if I'm Cruces, they're sitting back and everyone's panicked. They
always have somebody.
Like, man, we got
they're
this.
Athletes. They keep going through the system.
Yep.
When they're called upon, they get it done.
They do their job.
And Las Cruces handles it. Trisco, I should have known better. I keep, Charles, I keep making the argument for these Las Cruces teams and for Clovis and for Farmington, and then I don't pick them. And I don't know because, obviously I'm a Metro guy, so I guess I'm letting my bias get to me. And I got to stop that. I got to stop that right now.
You said it right here. You said, I don't know, Coach Miller's going to have them ready. Every year they're ready.
I say the right things. I just don't make the decision.
Yeah. So next time you're thinking it, go opposite side.
Okay.
So we can. But let's talk about Clovis and Sandia because we didn't get enough. I guess we didn't cover them enough on the show, them not being in the area. How impressed were you? You covered that game. How impressed were you with the physicality of this team?
I don't know where it came from. They've been playing great football as of late, and now I'll tell you what, I think Mayfield's going to be afraid. I think, not afraid, I'm not going to say that. Coach Bradley's team's never afraid, but I think they understand that they're not going to overlook Clovis because I think Clovis has proven their point how good they actually are. That's a good Sandia team that they manhandled.
Yeah, they
control. I haven't seen Sandia get manhandled like that except for Cleveland.
They control that game. If you're Clovis, don't get ahead of yourself. Sandia, congrats to you guys for having a good year. But Clovis, proving that they can go on the road, which, number one, that's a hard thing to do, come on the road and win convincingly. I'm a believer. I'm buying out. And real quick, Cleveland, good job to those guys. We can't say it enough. Just our hats off.
Okay, I really quick just want to jump into the quarterfinals because why not? It's quarterfinal football time. Charles, what do you think is the biggest or best matchup, I should say? You got Oñate that's going to come to the Metro, take on La Cueva. You have Cibola fresh off their upset, going to go play El Dorado. You have Rio Rancho in a rematch going to take on Las Cruces in Rio Rancho, a good-looking Las Cruces team. And then you have, where am I missing here? And then, of course, Mayfield and then Clovis. Pretty good matchups.
There's some great matchups.
I don't see blowouts happening here.
Great matchups across the board and some great storylines. You have a Clovis team who we both agreed, hey, came from nowhere, playing great as of late, playing a Mayfield team who's been putting up crazy amount of points, very contrasting styles. You have an El Dorado team with Gentry who's been unstoppable, playing a team like Cibola.
What are you most looking forward to?
We just don't know if they
Make
can
a
stop
decision here.
I just don't know, man. I'm going to go with that Oñate and La Cueva game because it's going to be someone's going to get hurt. I don't want to even see it, but someone's going to get hurt because they're going to be hitting each other hard.
I want to see my Rams and Las Cruces again, round 2. I want to see if Rio Rancho's for real.
Remember how close they let that game get.
I feel like Rio Rancho does this a lot. They're really good in the regular season, and then playoff time comes around. Las Cruces all the experience. They're on a little bit of momentum here. I'm interested to see that Rio Rancho Cruces
I'm interested to see who you're going to pick because it's getting close in the standings.
I know. I'm struggling a little bit. Okay, let's move on real quick and talk about Lobo football. The Lobos lose to Utah State 28-21. All I can say is I can just emphasize how competitive we are.
Yes.
I think it's almost a cop-out, yes. I'm not calling out the coaching staff. I'm not calling out the players. It's an easy way out saying I like our progress. I just think it's true. If you look at the Lobos 2 years ago, we lose these games by 40. We lose these games by 50, all of them. And every single Mountain West game, the Lobos have had a chance to win. They haven't. They've only won one against UNLV. But I think it's at least the right track. Now, if the same story is next year, it's the same story, then there's no progress.
Yeah, you have to look as an outsider and say, wow, look at the scores of the game. They're coming down to the last possession. You know, it'll take 1 or 2 plays and we win this game. We weren't saying that 2-3 years ago. So if next year progresses how it should, you're talking 4, 5, 6 conference wins. If that's what we're expecting next year.
Real quick, Charles, if it doesn't happen, if there is no progression next year, then you can start making complaints, right?
If they're 1-2 wins next year, it's going to be a problem.
Come on back and we'll talk a little NFL and recap the weekend, including Monday Night Football tonight.
Man.
You're watching uSports Central.